So this story takes place in the glory days of life, which I would like to call middle school. Dun, dun, dun. To be honest, middle school wasn't really that bad. I mean, I had a weird obsession to things on the internet and, puberty. But besides that, it wasn't really too bad for me. I mean, you had to wear True Religion jeans or a pair of Forces to be considered cool at the time. But who wants to be cool anyway? I mean, that's kind of lame if you were to ask me. I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to be a little cool, but I wasn't going to pay $300 for a pair of fucking baggy jeans, okay? But anyway, on the first day of school, I met this guy, this fella. Let's call him Mark. Yeah, Mark's a good name. But anyway, I met Mark. And Mark, he was one of those guys who just needed everybody's approval, and he would lie to make sure he gets it. And he also had a mohawk, which, FYI, makes it 10 times worse. It was a new school for me, first day of 7th grade. You know, I was super nervous. I didn't really know anybody at all. And it just so happens that Mark's locker is right next to mine. So he was the first person I've ever talked to in this new school. I didn't know very many people. So, I decided to call this guy my best friend. But I should have known something was up with this guy, Mark, this little schemer, because this guy, he said he was committed to freaking Alabama and that they were going to recruit him for running back. And at the time, my little dumbass, I believed him for some reason. I don't know why I did, but I did. At the time, I thought he was the coolest kid to walk planet Earth, goddammit. Dude, he was shorter than me, and I was only like 4 or 5 at the time. So this little dickhead must have been like 4 or 2, I don't know. So a couple weeks pass, and it's time for fall camp. It's this thing we do at our school where you go out in some nature reserve place, go camping for about 3 days, 2 nights. We slept in tents, went canoeing, did a mud obstacle course, all these fun activities. One of these days, it was dinner time. They were setting up food, and everybody sat down. And for some reason, Mark, he decided to go sit with the cool kids. So I went over, I sat down with them next to them. And if you know anybody like Mark, then you know he's gonna do anything to get their attention and fit in. And so what this dickhead did was pour ice cold water on top of my head in the middle of fall when it was already like 35 degrees outside, and everyone laughed. Now, did I think anything of it at the time? No. I thought it was all just and giggles. Didn't think it was bullying or anything. And when the teacher asked who it was, I blamed somebody else so my so-called friend didn't get in any trouble. And they got in trouble when it wasn't them. They had their parents called on and whatever. They got in a lot of trouble basically. And if you watch this video, my bad, bro. All love over this way though. But that should have been a warning that this guy is the ultimate clout chaser. And week after week, he would just keep on doing these little annoying things to fit in a little bit more. And low-key, high-key, that shit was kind of getting annoying after a while. But I guess it worked since he hung out with the cool kids every day after school or whatever. I don't know. But one day, he took this shit a little too far, man. He took his little shenanigans a tad bit too far. So there I am, doing my work, minding my own beeswax, not bothering anybody, chilling, chillaxing. And I don't know who told him to do this or why would he even think of doing it. But this motherfucker thought it was going to be a good idea to samurai slice that like bun. This dickhead cut the back of my neck with one of those razor things you get from pencil sharpeners. And what the hell is, what the? I mean, there was a good amount of blood that was coming out of my neck, so there was a good reason for me to start freaking out. And then, this dickhead, he had the audacity to tell me to calm down so he didn't get in trouble. And when the teacher came over to ask who did it, I tried to save him again. I guess I didn't learn my lesson from the first time it happened, but I tried to save him by not telling him. But this time I didn't blame anybody else, so nobody actually got in trouble. And actually, the teacher found out because a whole group of students came together because they were tired of bruh. So they all came together, they told on him, and apparently it could have been labeled as an offense. I don't know. He only got suspended for like a week, maybe, came back and then started showing off again, which I wasn't really surprised by. But anywho, if you have any friends like Mark, I would just leave them. That's toxic, that's negative person. You don't need that in your life. And, be cool if you subscribe. I don't know, if you feel like it, maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know. And, see you later.